Sorry, guys.
Are you having sex with her? Wait, are you having sex with her? Relax.
Well, so Muhammad, from my understanding, just slept with his slaves
Are you having sex
all the time.
Are you having sex with her? Are you having sex with her? Are you having sex with her if she's not your wife? Or do you have to marry her before you have sex?
How can you marry someone's wife?
If you don't marry her, can you have sex with her?
I'm asking one question.
According to the verse.
I'm asking one question.
According to the verse.
Well, that's what Muhammad allows. He allows his companions to be able to take the wives of people who are still alive. That's what he does.
Answer my question. Let him answer my question. According to this verse, if you capture my wife into the war, she becomes what according to you?
You don't have no.
No, like that.
Okay, you asked me a question.
No, like that.
You asked me a question and then you answered your question. No, you asked me a question and then you answered your own question. You asked me a
Well,
question.
actually, there's a hadith that says that after Muhammad died, they carry on doing it.
Let me answer.
Yeah,
Let me answer.
that's the issue.
That's it. Let me answer.
But you're afraid, Siraj. Let him answer. Siraj, let him answer. There you go. Let him answer. That's the issue. Oh, wait. Is that all you wanted? Is that all you wanted? Ah, okay. All right, cool. No, Siraj, you're a coward. Get out of here. Siraj, you're a coward. Go away.
Well, I thought you want to jump in.
You're a coward. No, the God of the Bible is not Allah. So that's the issue, right? And in order for you to go to heaven, you have to die fighting in jihad. So unfortunately for you, the only ones that are guaranteed heaven are fighting in jihad. She don't get it either.
How can you run away?
Shame.
How can you run away? Come back.
Let's go.
Come back and let it finish. Come back.
Hey, man, it's his fault. It's his fault, man. It's his fault, man. He runs away, okay? So you can run with him. Okay? My friend, you can run with him, okay? Don't worry. Go chase him, all right? Have fun. Okay? Tell me one thing I've said. 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 Good job, my guy.
Now, 24. Now, Quran 24:33. What does it say?
What's it say? What's it say? What's it say in the Quran? What's it say?
Quran 24:33.
What's it say? Oh, man.
Read it.
24:33.
Do not force your maid girls into prostitution if they desire chastity. But if you do, Allah is all forgiving.
Ooh, forgive for who?
Mentions prostitution.
Forgive for who exactly, Siraj?
24:33.
So wait, in the Quran, apparently you're able to make your slaves be prostitutes. Wait, Siraj. I want you to justify for me how you allow your slaves to be prostitutes and then Allah is forgiving. Like for example, if Allah was actually forgiving, then maybe He would prohibit you forcing them into slaves. That's the issue. So why would Allah allow you to then force your slaves into prostitution? No, again, I'm asking you, why does Allah allow it? Why is Allah allowing it? If Allah is good, why is He allowing it? Because in the Bible you can't do that, right? Prostitution isn't allowed. But for some reason for you guys can do it. No, explain. I'm waiting for you, Siraj. Why does Allah... Put it on. Put it on.
Sai International.
Okay, no.
Put it on. Put it on.
Chapter 24.
Put it on.
24:33.
Yes, you lied about that.
Put it on.
Sai International. I'm going to read it.
Put it on.
No. I wanted the Arabic, the Quran.
I want the Arabic.
No, we don't have to. We ain't got to. We'll give it to you in English. Because we all speak English. And you can't have better Arabic. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Quran, everybody here. Everybody here. Go to Quran 24:33.
Okay, read.
24:33.
Can you read?
24. I'm about to read it. I'm about to read it. Yeah.
Forced marriage.
Yeah, do not.
So, 24:33 says the following. And for those who cannot afford marriage should keep themselves chaste until Allah enriches them out of grace. And those of your slaves who wish to enter a contract of kitaba contract kitaba, whatever. Oh, sorry, that's in brackets. Contract kitaba with them. If you recognize some good in them, and give them out of the wealth of Allah that has been given to you. And do not compel your maids to prostitution.
Into what?
If they wish to observe chastity, in order that you may seek the temporary benefit of this world. Now, if one compels them, then after they are being compelled, Allah is most forgiving and merciful. So Allah is allowing you to put your slave into prostitution.
Don't force your maid girls
and He forgives
into
you
prostitution.
automatically.
But if they do prostitution,
automatically.
Allah is
That's
most
the issue.
forgiving.
What's the
No. It's not even that. It's this simple. So for what happens here is this simple. So Allah allows you, or He tells you that you should not force your maids into prostitution. But if you do it, then it is all halal, guys. So wait, Allah tells you not to do something, and then later, when you do it, He then tells you it's okay. What kind of evil God is that? Again, is it wrong to force your slave into prostitution, or is it correct? Siraj, is it wrong to do it, or is it correct? Siraj, is it wrong to do it, or is it correct? Because from what I can see in that verse, you're allowed. No. Siraj. Again, from what I can see, it says that you should not force them in. But now, if you do force them in, what kind of punishment do you get? Nothing. Allah forgives you. So Allah allows evil. Nope, it does not say that. It does not say that. It does not say that. It says Allah is all forgiving. It did not mention the woman there. That's the issue.
Muslim.
Oh,
1405D. Read it.
And then to make it worse, we have Sahih Muslim 1405D. It says, we contracted temporary marriage, giving a handful of tails of flour as dowry during the lifetime of Muhammad. And during the lifetime of Abu Bakr, until Umar forbade it, in the case of Amr bin Hubaydah. So, it appears that even after Muhammad died, the Muslims still kept doing Musa. So, was Musa actually ever outlawed? I don't believe so. Again, Siraj, it's the same problem. From what I can see here, you are allowed, within the Islamic context, to ensure that your slaves go into prostitution. Prostitution effectively can lead to greater harm to society. For example, if you are a prostitute, then some men can sleep with you even if they are married. So Allah is creating an environment where it is okay for you to sleep with prostitutes. And if you do it, Muhammad and his prophets, and his Allah, sorry, do not even chastise you for it. So that still remains the issue. Muhammad and his God allows you to engage in prostitution. But the issue is that Allah does not give any punishment for those who force their maids to go into prostitution. So Siraj, for example, I will ask you, what is the punishment then who make their maids go into prostitution? Again, Siraj, how does Allah punish men? How does Allah punish men? Tell your mother that she was unjustly penetrated by Muhammad when she was 9 years old. That's the issue. Don't forget, guys, the Quran says that Muhammad's wives are the mothers of the believers. Now, Muslims have to accept that one of their mothers was unfortunately penetrated by Muhammad when she was only 9 years old. So you guys have mercy for your mom and want more for your mom. Now, that is why, like for example, in Siraj's country, you have people who force their slave girls into prostitution. Why does Allah allow this, and why doesn't He punish those who do? What punishment does Allah deal out to those who actually force people into prostitution? Again, Siraj, what punishment does Allah give to people who will force their maids into prostitution? I'm waiting for you, Siraj. That's not going to help you. Explain to me, what punishment does Allah give to those? For example, Siraj, if you were my slave and I forced you into prostitution, what punishment will Allah give you? Again, Siraj, I'm still waiting for you. No worries. So guys, very, very fast, right? So, you have Quran 24:33. Now, it says here that you should not force your maids into prostitution. Okay? Fine. Sounds admirable. Makes sense, right? However, if you do, then Allah is all forgiving. Point blank. Now, little Siraj over there claims that what it means is that Allah will forgive the woman. For what? What did she do wrong? Nothing. So clearly, the one being forgiven is the one who did the wrong, aka the man. So my friend, do you believe that it is okay? Okay, but by the way, guys, this guy said that he worships his Messiah. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, it appears that Allah is forgiving somebody who did something. Right here, come here, come here. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Siraj, I'm right here. I'm right here. All right, get out of here. Okay.
Now, also,
and then
Sahih Muslim 1405D,
to
A,
add,
B, and C and D.
To add to the Quran 24:33, it appears that the practice of temporary marriage was not actually outlawed when Muhammad was alive. It says here, according to Jibril Abdullah, we contracted temporary marriage, giving a handful of tails of flour
so they gave
as dowry during the lifetime of Allah's messenger.
During the lifetime of Allah's messenger.
Basically,
they're paying for sex with flour.
With flour.
With bread.
Fancy,
with
fancy.
Food.
And during the time of Abu Bakr.
Yeah.
Until Umar forbade it in the case of bin Hurayth or whatever
so
the case was.
So it was practiced during the time of who?
Abu Bakr, Muhammad, sorry.
Yeah.
Abu Bakr and Umar.
Yeah.
So when they say that Muhammad forbade it,
why
they didn't listen.
Practice? Yeah, exactly.
They carried on.
Exactly.
So gentlemen, you can still, if you follow the Quran, you can have slaves and you can force your slaves into prostitution, whether they like it or not. And Allah will do zilch to you. How is this a moral teaching? Come to Christ, who does not tell you that you can force your slave girls into prostitutions and he'll forgive you if you do so.
Quran 24:33, by the way.
Quran 24:33, and then Sahih Muslim, what was it, sorry?
1405 A, B, C, and D.
1405 A, B, C, and D. Astaghfirullah for Allah and Muhammad, man. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, come to Christ.
And by the way, let's deal with what he said. He said that in Christianity, you're allowed, because of the Old Testament, because of Deuteronomy, you're allowed to have sex with slave girls.
Right.
But it says in Deuteronomy 21:10-14 that you marry, and if she doesn't want to marry, you let her go. It doesn't say you have sex with them.
Did Muhammad marry his captives before having sex with them?
No.
Ah.
Quran 4:24, what does it say?
I see.
Married women are forbidden to you except
for those your right hands possess. Okay, so.
And where did that come?
Now that verse comes because Muhammad raids a village, kills a bunch of men, and then his Sahaba are conflicted. Can we have sex with these women who, some of them, their husbands are still alive right now?
Sahih Muslim 1456.
And then Muhammad, instead of saying, no, that's wrong, he says,
Yeah. That's Sahih Muslim 1456.
Go for it.
If you want to check it.
Go for it.
And Sahih Muslim 1438, where they capture a village, have sex with the slave girls, and they ask Muhammad, can they practice coitus interruptus? And he says, don't practice coitus interruptus, but you can still have sex with the slaves.
What kind of moral teaching is this? That's my issue.